Every single day, we're faced with moments that test our patience and rattle our calm. Whether it's a traffic jam when you're already late, a co-worker's irritating habits, or your phone battery dying in the middle of an important call, life seems full of these little battles. These minor irritations are more than just fleeting annoyances. They're opportunities to explore our deeper responses and, ultimately, our emotional resilience. Today, we're diving deep into the ancient wisdom of Stoicism, a philosophy that teaches us not just to survive these moments, but to thrive in them. Stoicism provides us with tools to transform daily frustrations into opportunities for personal growth and inner peace. By the end of this video, you'll understand why these principles have influenced some of the world's greatest minds for centuries, and you'll also have practical strategies that you can apply today to start living a more resilient and fulfilling life. So, let's embark on this journey together, exploring how the calm logic of Stoicism can help us control our reactions, cultivate serenity, and bring about profound personal transformation. Understanding Stoicism. A brief overview. Stoicism is a school of philosophy that originated in ancient Greece around the 3rd century BC. Its teachings focus on how to live a virtuous life in harmony with nature, using logic and reason as guides. The Stoics believed that our emotions, particularly negative ones like anger and frustration, stem from our judgments and perceptions rather than the events themselves. In other words, it's not what happens to us that causes our distress, but how we interpret those events. The core idea of Stoicism can be summed up in a single phrase: control what you can and accept what you cannot. This simple yet powerful statement encapsulates a mindset that can dramatically alter how we experience the world and manage our emotions. The power of perception. One of the most important Stoic teachings is the concept of perception. The Stoics believed that our thoughts shape our reality. If we perceive a situation as a catastrophe, it becomes one. But if we choose to see it as an opportunity for growth, our experience changes accordingly. Take, for example, the traffic jam scenario. You're stuck in your car, running late for an important meeting. Your first instinct might be to honk your horn, grumble about the incompetence of other drivers, or curse your luck. But what if, instead of letting anger take control, you changed your perception? What if you viewed this situation as an opportunity to practice patience or listen to an enlightening podcast? By shifting your perspective, you transform the experience from a negative one to something constructive. The dichotomy of control. At the heart of Stoicism is the dichotomy of control, which divides the world into two categories: things we can control and things we can control, and things we cannot. According to the Stoics, we can only control our own actions, thoughts, and emotions. Everything else, including other people's actions, the weather, or traffic jams, is beyond our control. Understanding this dichotomy can be incredibly liberating. When we stop trying to control the uncontrollable, we free ourselves from unnecessary stress and frustration. Instead of getting angry about things we can't change, we focus our energy on what we can control: our reactions, decisions, and attitudes. Practical Stoic techniques to manage anger. Now that we have a basic understanding of Stoicism, let's look at some practical techniques from this philosophy that you can apply to manage anger and cultivate inner peace. 1. Pause and reflect. One of the simplest yet most effective Stoic practices is to pause and reflect before reacting. When you feel anger rising, take a deep breath and give yourself a moment to think. Ask yourself, is this worth my energy? Is there anything I can do to change the situation? Often, just a brief pause can prevent a hasty reaction and allow you to respond more calmly and thoughtfully. 2. Practice negative visualization. Negative visualization, or premeditatio malorum, is a stoic exercise that involves imagining worst-case scenarios. While this might sound counterintuitive, preparing for potential difficulties can make you more resilient when they occur. By anticipating challenges, you're less likely to be caught off guard and more likely to handle them calmly. For example, if you're worried about a difficult conversation with a colleague, imagine the worst that could happen. By visualizing the scenario, you're mentally preparing yourself to face it with a cool head. When the actual conversation happens, you'll find that it's often not as bad as you imagined, and you'll be more composed. 3. Focus on what you can control. Remember the dichotomy of control. Whenever you feel anger bubbling up, remind yourself of what you can control in the situation. This simple shift in focus can make a huge difference. Instead of fixating on the traffic jam, for example, you might focus on using the time productively or enjoying a moment of solitude. 4. Reframe your thought. Reframing is a powerful technique that involves changing the way you think about a situation. Instead of seeing an obstacle as a setback, see it as a challenge or an opportunity to learn. This doesn't mean ignoring difficulties or pretending everything is fine. It means choosing a more constructive mindset. For instance, if a coworker is being difficult, instead of thinking, "Why does this always happen to me?" reframe it as, "This is an opportunity to practice patience and improve my communication skills." This shift in perspective can transform your emotional response and help you stay calm. 5. Acceptance. Acceptance is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy. It involves acknowledging things as they are, without resisting or denying them. This doesn't mean you have to like everything that happens, but it does mean recognizing that some things are beyond your control. By accepting the situation, you're not condoning it. You're simply acknowledging reality. When faced with a frustrating situation, practice acceptance. Tell yourself, "This is happening. I can't change it, but I can change it, but I can choose how I respond." This mindset reduces resistance and helps you stay grounded, even in challenging circumstances. Why Stoicism works. Stoicism has been practiced for over 2,000 years and has stood the test of time because its principles are rooted in universal truths about human nature. At its core, Stoicism teaches that our inner peace is not determined by external events, but by how we choose to react to them. This philosophy resonates with many because it empowers individuals to take control of their emotional lives. Instead of being at the mercy of circumstances, Stoicism teaches us to cultivate a calm and resilient mind, capable of facing life's challenges with grace and composure. Modern applications of Stoicism. In today's fast-paced world, the teachings of Stoicism are more relevant than ever. We're constantly bombarded with stressors, from work deadlines to social media drama. By applying Stoic principles, we can navigate these pressures with a clear head and maintain our inner peace. Many successful people, including entrepreneurs, athletes, and leaders, practice Stoicism to help them stay focused and resilient. They use Stoic techniques to manage stress, make better decisions, and lead with integrity. By embracing Stoicism, you too can cultivate a mindset that empowers you to thrive in any situation. Conclusion: a Stoic path to inner peace. As we wrap up this exploration of Stoicism, remember that anger is a natural human emotion. It's okay to feel angry sometimes. But by applying the principles of Stoicism, you can learn to manage your anger effectively and use it as a tool for personal growth. By understanding the power of perception, embracing the dichotomy of control, and practicing practical stoic techniques, you can transform your relationship with anger. Instead of letting it control you, you'll learn to see it as an opportunity to practice resilience and cultivate inner peace. If you found value in this video, please consider subscribing to the channel. Let's continue this journey of self-improvement and inner peace together. Thank you for watching. And remember, you have the power to choose how you respond to life's challenges. Choose wisely.